Picture this. You're a clinic in Wisconsin, you've been closed to performing particular services for over a year, and suddenly you're back in action. Boom! Appointments filling up within a day. Welcome to Hear the Web, where we dissect the most captivating stories from the World Wide Web. I'm Tom.
And I'm Lily. Today we dive into a heated historical story from Wisconsin, where abortion services have resumed in 2 clinics after more than a year of suspension thanks to a Supreme Court ruling.
Now that's a development. Parenthood Planned has kickstarted their services in Madison and Milwaukee for the first time since June 2022. Seems like they are back in business.
Definitely, women who needed these vital services faced a tough year indeed. They jumped hurdles, navigated long distances even, seeking help from neighboring Illinois. However, Lily echoes, necessity knows no law. They had no other choice.
That's quite true. According to Planned Parenthood of Illinois, their clinics saw a staggering 7-fold increase in patients from Wisconsin during this period.
Just imagine the kind of strain that would have caused on those clinics. Now, the patients back in Wisconsin have a sigh of relief, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Only 2 clinics have resumed their abortion services, which means access is way far from being universal.
I totally agree, Lily. And we can see that in the observations made by Cynthia Lynn, the board president of the Women's Medical Fund of Wisconsin. She highlights a considerable amount of work still needed even after the return of legal abortion care in the state. Reminds me of the saying, it's a step forward, but the journey is long.
And it doesn't end there, Tom. There's a catch. They still face the uphill task of navigating state laws that require ultrasound and counseling appointments before a waiting period of 24 hours for the procedure. Now, that isn't making things any easier, is it?
Certainly not, Lily. Quick recap for our listeners. We're discussing the recent developments in Wisconsin where abortion services have resumed after more than a year. Now, one interesting point here is the ongoing battle in the courts.
Yep. The renaissance of these services has caused a stir, leading to commendations and condemnations. While more liberal groups applauded, anti-abortion rights groups condemned the move, promising to keep up the fight in the courts. This has surely widened the divide between the contrasting views.
A classic case of one man's meat is another man's poison, huh? But let's not forget the historical context, Lily. A prime reason for the year-long halt of services was due to the enforcement of a 144-year-old state law, which pretty much banned abortion, with clinics fearing its enforcement.
That's correct, Tom. But a wrench was thrown into the works last month when a judge ruled that this law does not apply to medical abortions, paving the way for these clinics to resume operations.
This conversation certainly underscores the reality of the abortion debate in America, doesn't it?
It most certainly does. The discourse is far from over, with each side adamant about their stance. The question on everyone's mind now is, what next for Wisconsin?
Wisdom whispers patience. Time will surely tell. This has been another episode of Hear the Web. We have been your hosts, Tom
And Lily. Join us again next time as we unravel yet another captivating web story.